Hi. Am I signing in? How'd you hear about this?
I know Wanda.
Wanda?
Garden.
Oh, you got a nice mix.
Yeah, we do.
There you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome everyone. Thank you for coming out tonight. What a pleasure to see so many people. And my name is Wanda Knapik. A lot of you know me. So first and foremost, I'm president of the board of a really great 501c3 nonprofit that's called communityearth. And our focus is on sustainability and education. I'm also the owner and founder of My Local Garden, which is a small business based in Burnsville, and I help with constructing gardens, I help with designing edible landscapes, and we do this in backyards, we do this in schools, we do this on university campuses. So My Local Garden is really teaching practical skills. It gets people started with understanding what food looks like on a plant. And I'd like to thank Unity Charter School for hosting this event tonight. And with that, I'd like to introduce the director of the school, Carolyn Mungo.
Thank you so much. I really, when we were setting up the chairs, never dreamed that we would have this big of an audience. But I have to say that it's a really special evening for me, and I'm so excited to see one of the founding people of the school is here, Susan LaSalle. So our school is grades K through 8. We have 180 students, and the most fabulous staff that I could ever have worked with, you know, in all my 30 years of education. I'm so proud of the educators that are here every day. Our mission really is to teach the importance of protecting and improving the environment by educating our students on the principles of sustainability, ecology, and diversity in a way that celebrates and honors this planet and all its inhabitants. And I have to read that because I don't want to ever leave out any of those important words. Our children can speak to sustainability. They can speak to the 7 principles of sustainability. One of the principles of sustainability that we put a lot of emphasis on is that humanity's piece. And it's not just our interaction with the environment, but it's our interaction with each individual that we come in contact with throughout our daily lives and for the rest of our lives. So if we can educate the students in being respectful about themselves, their peers, and the environment, we'll have the best of all the worlds. So enjoy the people that are here tonight, and really take a deep breath and just be so thankful that the founders of the school 15 years ago had this vision, and it's still going on strong today. So again, thanks for coming, and enjoy the evening.
Good evening. My name is Jennifer Vestido. The first thing I wanted to talk about was the nutrition roadmap. So the most basic is, what are you filling your plate with? So this is a blueprint for what a plate should look like. So this is based on the newest government research. It's based on scientific findings. Our adolescents and our children are more overweight than they've ever been. They actually have a worse health outlook than most of their parents will at this point. So Healthy Food Foundation, first half of the plate is fruits and vegetables. That's different from the old pyramid system where it was smaller amounts of fruits and veggies at the top. Let's see, buy fresh produce in season and in rhythm with your local region. So this is really, really important if you want to focus on limiting the carbon footprint and improving sustainability of the farms around you and that sort of thing. And then make every food choice a conscious choice. So that's really, it's enough to say, hey, I get an apple and an orange, but where are you getting those from?
Okay, thank you, Jeff. Thank you.
I just have a question. Are there people here who really want to get as much genetically engineered food as they can? Right? Like, who's looking for it, right? Food and Water Watch, a lot of people may not know who we are. We're a national organization, and we work to be a counterbalance to the corporate control and influence of our food and water resources. And so And we think about who's watching these engineers of genetics. And you know, at some level, I think some people would say that the people who are supposed to be watching these folks are asleep at the switch. The USDA, FDA, and EPA all have responsibilities for regulating genetically engineered foods. The FDA is supposed to make sure that it's safe for you as consumers. The EPA is supposed to make sure it's safe for the environment. And USDA is supposed to make sure it's safe to grow. And in the regulation, one of the major problems is that these government agencies actually rely on the industry to do the research and provide it to the government agency. And the government agency looks at the research and says, well, this looks good. Check, we'll approve this. And it is a simplified version of the process, but they don't do their own research. And you know, imagine, does anybody think that's a big conflict of interest? The genetically engineered crops have increased dramatically, really, over the last 10 years, 10, 15 years. In 1996, 7% of the soy crops were genetically engineered. Today, does anybody have a sense of how much of that might be genetically engineered today? 7% to 94%. So chances are, if you're eating soy and it's not organic, it's probably genetically engineered. So there's a tremendous amount of you know, increase in the amount of genetically engineered crops that are out there that are being planted. Sustainability is also a major concern with cross-pollination. And it could very well impact the very standards of organic that we have in this country right now. Organic farmers who are growing foods, or organic dairy farmers who are, you know, have to feed their cows organic alfalfa, or organic foods, mainly alfalfa. If the alfalfa, which was approved recently for genetic engineering, gets into a farmer's you know, feed accidentally in any way, shape, or form, it could jeopardize that farmer's ability to sell organic. And real quick, I just want to close with something that's really coming up right now that's happening. So this is the first year that you're going to be able to go to the grocery store, really exciting, and actually buy a full ear of genetically engineered corn. Like, right? Isn't that exciting? Right now, if you get genetically engineered corn, it's usually used in animal feed. That's the major way that it's used, or it's in processed foods.
This corn that you're talking about they're selling, will it be labeled GMO?
That's a really good food. Was that anybody think it's going to be labeled?
No, there's no legislation.
No, it's not going to be labeled. In April, we're going to launch a campaign to get it labeled, and to label all genetically engineered foods. At a very basic level, you know, we should take the precautionary principle to food, right? We should be making sure that these things are safe before they come to consumers. We should make sure that our government agencies who are supposed to be there protecting us are doing their job and not relying on the industry to do that. Absent of the ability to do that, at a very basic level, you as a consumer shouldn't have to go through the store and guess, is this stuff genetically engineered or not? And that's exactly what you're going to have to do, unfortunately.
I just want to, there's a website, justlabelIt.org, that has a campaign going on right now, and they've reached 500,000 signatures, and they're trying to get more to a petition to the FDA.
And another great resource is the Organic Consumers Association.
Yeah, they've done a lot of
Monsanto campaign, so those are two great resources.
And share those things on Facebook and social media, email them to your friends. And I really feel that there is a growing movement for good food in this country. It's on the news that 500 million eggs are being recalled. People start at, why is one farm making 500 million eggs? People start asking questions like that. Where is my food coming from? And those are the questions that are happening. And when people start asking those questions, it's important to get them involved and get them towards action to actually change the system.
Okay, thank you.
As you were saying, Jim, I have some facts here. Over 80% of the grains that are grown here in the United States are controlled by 4 companies. Over 80% of the meats that are grown here in the United States are also controlled by 4 companies. That's like too big to fail, right? I'm not sure I want my food sources in something that monopolistic. So I believe in in going local. And with the cooperative, we are local organic. By spending your money through a cooperative, you're showing these large corporations by voting with your dollar what you really want them to be producing for you. Back there, the orange or the yellow is my fold-out thing. I run the Mountain Lakes Organic Co-op. It's a small co-op here in Morris County. You can get a basic basket every week. That's a $20 basket. You can get a $40 basket with more of a variety. You sign up online and you can manage your membership online. And produce day is Tuesday. Well, I can answer questions about the co-op. If anybody has any.
What's your website?
mountainlakesorganic.com. I have little brochures and flyers back there by the yellow display.
So the great thing about it, I think, is the food is absolutely off the chart delicious, and it just arrives, and it's just, it's great.
The common question I get is, are you year-round? Yes, we are year-round. We have to eat year-round. And the thing is that right now we are having a lot of greens that look like this because these are what can withstand the colder temperatures. And as the seasons change, so do where we get the food.
Thank you, Marnie.